Hey class, it's Mr. Falstrom. I'm here with some more Google Slides tips and tricks. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to insert word art. I'm also going to show you how to insert animations. And then I also am going to show you how to do slide transitions and also insert shapes. So let's get started. You can see I'm using the same water polo slide that I used kind of from an earlier video. And I'm going to use word art to make a nice title for this slide. Word art is a way to make like a fancy text. So if you click up here on insert, there is the word art right there in the menu. I'm going to click that and I'm going to make a title. So I'm going to type water polo. I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to drag that and it made this title for me. And I'm going to change it. You can see right now it's gray, but if I come up to here to the fill color, the bucket, let's make it like a watercolor, like a blue. That's a nice blue. And then you can change your font. I'm going to go with impact. I think that looks good for a title. And now I want to center this. So I'm going to right click over it. And you can either, if you're on a Chromebook, hold down Alt and click to open up this menu. And I'm going to come over to center on page. I'm going to center it horizontally, which is left to right. Now it's nice and centered. It's right in the middle of the slide. And then another option you can do, if you right click on it again, you will see this format options. Or you can also get to it by if you click on your word art and then up here in the bar, you should see a format options. And I'm going to click that. And I can put a drop shadow on my word art, which kind of puts a shadow behind the letters. And I like how that looks. There's also a reflection effect, which I'm not going to use. And that looks pretty good. That's a nice title. I think that stands out really well. What I want to do now is I want to do an animation on this image of the ball. So you're going to click on the ball and you should see right above it, there's a button that says animate. You can also come over to insert and click animation. This is sort of like a shortcut. So I'm going to hit animate. And you can see I have two things that are being animated on this slide. The first is the video. And since the video is first, that means that's going to be the first animation that happens. So I actually want the ball to come in first. So I'm going to drag that to the top. So now what's going to happen is the ball is going to fade in when I click. And then after I click, the video will automatically play. And it's going to start when this previous animation is happening. And I can test it. I can come here and click the play button and we can see what it'll look like. So let's see. All right, so again, when I click, the ball should fade in and then the video should start to play.
Goal for Spain scored by number 9.
And I'm going to come over here and click stop. And let's mess with this a little bit. Let's make it fade in a little slower. Let's try that.
Goal for Spain scored by number.
So that's a simple, easy way to do an animation. Another way you can always test it out is if you just click present. You can see what it looks like when it's big.
Goal for Spain scored by number 9.
And that looks pretty good. I'm going to add another water polo ball, and we're going to add one more animation just so I can show you some of the other types of animations you can do. So I'm going to come up here, insert image, search the web, water polo ball. I had already searched that earlier, so I have a bunch already there. Let's insert this one. And let's put it right here. And I'm going to click animate. So you can see, let's make this the second thing. Let's kind of drag the video below that. Okay, so I don't want this one to fade in. Maybe I want it to spin. And right now you can see they both say on clicks. That means I'm gonna have to click once for the first ball to fade in, then I would have to click again for the second ball to fade in. If I change on click, I can make it happen. If I click after previous, that means as soon as the first animation is done, this one will start automatically. If I click with previous, that means that as soon as this animation begins, this one is also going to start. They're both going to happen together. Let's try that. So when I click, the first ball should fade in. This bottom one should spin.
Goal for Spain scored by number 9.
And that wasn't too bad. And let's make it spin a little slower though. Make it last a little bit longer. Let's have it spin for like 2.5 seconds. Let's try that.
Goal for Spain scored by.
Okay. So there's all kinds of things you can do. I want to keep this video short, so I'm not going to go over all the different types of animations there are, but definitely check it out. It's a great way to make your slides more interesting. I also want to show you slide transitions. So if you go to insert, if you go to format, slide. Sorry, go to slide and then click transition. Right now there's no transitions between slides. And all that means is that when I'm presenting, when I go from one slide to the next slide, it just moves and there's no effects that are happening. So a transition is kind of like an effect. So if I come here and I go to transition, let's do slide from right, and then I can test it by clicking play. This is what will happen when I change slides. And I can apply it to all slides. Let's have it do it for all the slides. And now when I go to present, now my slides slide from right to left. Maybe I want to do it where let's do flip and apply to all the slides, and let's try that. And this is what it would look like. Now my slides flip. So that's also an interesting way if you're trying to make a presentation to, make your presentation a little more interesting. And the last thing I want to show you really quick is insert shapes. So if you go to insert and then shape, there's all kinds of different shapes you can pick, and you can there's these things called callouts too, and you can use that. You can let's make a big one. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna go to order, and I'm gonna send it to the back, and boom, you can insert all these shapes and things and move them around and put text in them and make it more interesting. So I hope you learned even more things to do on Google Slides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.